The problem with Farah Maalim is bitter. And one source of bitterness, because I've heard from him, is bitter against a community called the Kikuyu. So because this government is not led by Kikuyu, he thinks it's a better government than any other government that can come in future. Just listen to him. He has told me that. See, I'm talking one-to-one. He is so bitter. I don't know. I don't know what the Kikuyus did to him. We came out of the studio one of the mornings, why are you so bitter? Oh, Uhuru killed 2,000 Muslims at the coast. Oh, this is what the Kikuyus have done. When you start invoking the name of a community, that is when you go low.
Is he a mockery to education?
I don't know which education. I'm told he went to a law class, but I don't think, I've not seen in the role of those who have gone to law school. So he's not advocate of the High Court. He could be a lawyer, and even if I went now for 3-4 years, I can also have law degree. But does it qualify me to be a lawyer at the level of people like Dansan Omari, Wakina Ndegwa Njiru, this other young man, Willis Otieno? No. To have a law degree is not a qualification that you're educated.
You seem to be putting him in the same category like the one you put Mwengi Mutuse a few months ago.
Yeah, they are. They're in the same. In fact, even better Sudi, because Sudi admits that he's illiterate and he professes illiteracy. But somebody who says he has a law degree, he's an engineer one afternoon, he's all this, he's a businessman, he has never lost elections, and we know he has been having a jacket career. He has lost so many elections. Yeah. When he loses election, he says he was rigged.
For a leader of a marginalized community, would you say it's the most unfortunate thing to come out of one? The remarks by people like Farah.
You know, we were giving him a lot of space. You know, Richard, I would want to deal with people. That's why I usually like dealing with the president, because he's the president. People like Farah Maalim, these are opportunists. Yeah, they are seeking attention from the president with the hope that you will be told, this position that has arisen, can you be the minister for 1, 2, 3? Then he resigns because he knows he may not win the next election. And let's wait, after 4 years, after 2 years, we'll know whether we'll win the next election.
However, Waziri, something bothers me. Why is the president not quick to summon his allies like Farah Maalim and say, this is the last time you should speak with such tone to the electorate? Yes, you are my ally, but you can never cross that line in that sense.
They are reading his lips. The president himself is somebody who is interested in division, divide and rule. I've told you before, Richard, that the president will always identify an enemy for him to be seen that he's fighting the enemy. In the process, you don't scrutinize his agenda. It started by 4-1, 41 communities against 1 in 2007. The next election, he was talking of referendum against the Hague. And in between, he was condemning Raila for losing 4,000 Kalenjin boys. This is information in the media. And when that was done, after the Hague, now in the next election, immediately after winning second term with Uhuru, he now talked about the hustler and the dynasty. The other day, they were using Rigathi as the main culprit for problems. Ford Foundation, Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, the Muganga, the Oktongo Muganga, Vitendawili. Now he's now with Muganga, Mzee wa Kitendawili. He has now gone back to Dynasty Uhuru Kenyatta.
Mlevi.
Ama alikuwa anamuita Mlevi. So all these things, William Ruto wants to identify somebody so that his agenda is not interrogated. He has no agenda for Kenya.
He has zero agenda for Kenya.
He has zero agenda for Kenya. You cannot be changing names. Shiv Shah from NHIF. What was integral problem for NHIF? Why don't you look at the problem? You can keep the name. And you change the internal structures, the paradigm shift, and you improve the running and the governance issues within NHIF. All these is just to look like he's doing something new. Nothing new.
So on the tone of the government and also the vision bearers that we have as a country, are we being spearheaded and following the worst?
Well, this is the worst regime that has ever visited Kenya. In fact, when history is written, President William Ruto will acquire the worst position in the history of this country.
Does he have a chance for redemption in the balance of the time before 2027?
I don't know. It depends on him. The ball is in his court. If he has the listening capacity, which I know he lacks, because he believes that he knows everything, he calls himself a professional all round. He wants to say he knows governance issues, he knows diplomacy, he knows issues of science, he knows issues. And yet the other day he was saying he does not believe that university should be teaching history. And yet history is the foundation of human success and evolution. Even technology has a lot of history, from the weaving of silk worms in India, in China.